You're going to drop away Misfortune from Cop, and there is that Singe ban dropped away from Kiwi Kid. He's got to find something new.
So already they're kind of attacking each other, right?
Yeah.
So it's good to see here. I expect probably like a Kale ban, probably from Curse, since Dignitas is the ones with the first pick.
Yeah.
Getting Twisted Fate out of Nijaki's hands is smart. And what else would we see here? Probably Vi, if I had to guess the last ban from Curse.
No. Ooh, and just, yeah.
Probably a Vi.
That makes a whole lot of sense. I mean, certainly Crumbs has been grabbing that very, very frequently. Sin Zhao, an available first pick. Now, for Saint, he's picked up Sin Zhao whenever he could, and when that was gone, went to Jarvan the fourth. So you almost, at this point, you really can't ban or pick out Saint Vicious. So, you know, it's not even like a big denial thing. They do ban out Vi. Good call on that one. The Sin Zhao is grabbed. I'm going to say Jarvan. We'll see.
I think they're going to do Tarek Jarvan here because they know that they've locked in the Xin Zhao. They know they blocked out Kiwi Kid Singed. And yes, Dignitas could do a double AP with, like, maybe, I know Kiwi Kid's from practicing, like, top lane Diana Scar's got Gragas or something, but Tarek Jarvan is Curse's go-to. That's what they've done every time it's been available for them. I wonder if they decide to change it now.
Well, certainly the Jarvan being hovered over right now. You can see his glorious golden armor. Tarek in his glorious blue armor. He says picking. He's got 30 seconds. There it is.
So Tarek Jarvan. Now, Dignitas... Ooh, nicely done. So they took the Elise away from Voyboy, who is a very threatening. And they also got Patoy on his homeboy Alistair, so that is good stuff for them.
Yeah, I mean, in the very, very first game we saw from Kiwi Kid in LCS, he was on Elise, was in a lane swap, and even though it was a rough 1v2, he still went like 7-3 in that game on Elise and was starting to just assassinate people. It was against Curse, I believe, actually, specifically. Because, yeah, that was the first match they ever played, and it worked beautifully. And Cop, you said maybe he's not a Draven player, but he's hovering over it now.
I'm seeing this.
He might steal it away.
Maybe, like, he hasn't been a Draven player in the LCS. Maybe he's been practicing a whole bunch. I know Curse just kind of plays whatever they want in scrims, and they would deny I'm a cutie pie that thing, but Twitch is much more what Cop would want. Now, Jackie loves Vigar, but he's never played it in LCS or, like, big competitive games. I wonder. I don't think so, but I wonder.
I mean, he goes for Needly. I was going to say, with Kale being banned, Draven is someone you can burst down. He's not exactly long range, but no, it is going to be that Needly. Now, it could be Void top lane Needly, to be fair. We did see Void run top AP Needly before, so a bit of an ambiguous pick there. We know teams will run her top or mid. Dignitas for the last two picks, and that's going to be the mid lane. Ooh, they've grabbed Diana, so a lot of hard engage in this team. And shockingly...
They got to go for Draven.
Shockingly, Draven.
I feel like I'm a cutie pie just wants it. There's no reason for him not to. He's got that big smile on his face. And he goes, Kog'Maw!
Damn it. Cutie pie, you're messing with us. Stop it.
Kog'Maw's a good... Like,
you know what?
It is...
I'm not even... You know what, Cutie pie? I'm upset.
Mad.
It was supposed to be Draven, okay? We were hyping it up all game. Cutie pie...
This is actually really smart for him because there is the Tarek Jarvan, and if he used Draven, who is nothing but physical damage, he wouldn't be able to cut through it. Yeah. But because Kog'Maw W is % max health magic damage, it will help them. They've already picked like double AP, couple bruisers. They're making sure they're not overstacking on physical damage, and they're picking a smart composition against the Tarek Jarvan.
That is really, really clever by Dignitas. The two armor guys picked up, and they go right through it. Curse are actually going to pick up Lux for themselves, so that will almost definitely be that mid lane Lux. Voyboy in the top lane. As Needly, I mean, you just mentioned kind of the double AP comp, but what are these looking like to you?
So this looks to me like Voyboy in the past has actually done AP Needly top, so they might also go for kind of a poke comp with then just hard engage. I feel like both of these teams can actually engage each other very well, but there's more poke coming out from Curse. So if they get into a siege situation, Curse would be in the advantage. But for Dignitas, it's literally just the power initiation, Scar and Crumbs both going in together with Patoy. Like, that is just the circle vacuum, knock everyone up and away comp. Whereas Curse has the drop everyone in the Cataclysm and laser them through with spears and final sparks.
What about specifically Kog'Maw versus Twitch? How does that match up, like, both early and late game?
It's so crazy because, like, I wish we could analyze that lane. I don't know if they'll lane together. I think they're fairly equal at almost all points. I could get corrected by that, but like Twitch and Kog'Maw in Windows both have very strong spikes. If Twitch can attack him while Kog'Maw's W is down, it would give him a bit of an edge. But late game, they both go nuclear.
All right, it's going to be interesting to see, you know, hyper carries on the backside for both teams. But as far as the team comps are considered, some different takes here. Again, both these guys on gigantic winning streaks. Dignitas only with 2 losses, Curse with 0. And one of these guys are going to lose a significant, takes more than one hand to count it, win streak.
That's what significance means. It's more than one hand to count.
More than one hand. That's what significant means.
Nice. I didn't know that.
6 ability power, significant.
Learned that at Riot University.
6 attack damage, significant.
I don't think that's significant.
But it's more than one hand. All right, not so much. And then, guys, of course, we're getting the load screen. You can see them on your screen behind us. And we're just kind of ready to go. It's game 9 of 12 here in Super Wednesday. We're 2/3 of the way through the day. 9, 10, 11, and 12 still to come. We're 2/3 of the way through. Here's, you know, one of the last 4 games still, and of course Thursday and Friday. Let's get it underway. Dignitas and Blue Team.
So this game, like, we've had the whole day leading up to these last 2. It's like a bunch of one-sided games happened, and then the craziest of upsets. And now
entire team, Cutie Pie got assassinated, Scar got assassinated, and it was just like amazing, just dives in coming in from Voy. Now we do have a couple of similar picks from last time though. Kiwi Kid is back onto Elise, Voy's back on Needly. We saw those last time these guys matched up, so some comfort picks really are here for these guys.
And Needly, of course, I'm going to get that pronunciation either correct or wrong depending on which side of the coin you're on.
I'm on heads.
Later on this game. I'm going to go for Needly. Like, that's what I'm trying for.
All right.
Verdict's still out. No, Verdict's
still out.
Verdict's still... No,
I work for Riot. This is canon. How dare you question me?
So do I.
Yeah. This will be an interesting battle then. We'll just, like, be at odds and there's no true answer. All right, but Curse looking aggro right here. The Javelin, the gigantic lance from the air with the Damaskian flag comes down. Spots Cutie Pie in the tri-brush. They walk out. Elements is going to ward that, though. So this is really one of the first aggressive plays we've seen, and Dignitas are pushing up to the top as well.
So how many wards have been thrown out early in the game here? There's 2 so far from Dignitas, and just the 1 from Curse. So Curse really, now the second, really low ward strategies for Curse that they like to go for, but they have been on point with the wards that they've placed, so they're warding against a late blue invade from Dignitas right now.
And that's kind of where they're going for, and you're seeing actually no lane swaps either. Now, first time there was a lane swap, it was Kiwi Kid at the bottom lane on Elise, I believe, so he had actually been swapped down. This time, though, they're going a heads up. Now, the very beginning of LCS, Kiwi Kid said that the only top laner he really feared was Voyboy, and he thought he could beat anyone else straight up one-on-one, but not Voy. Well, in this case, he's going to be fighting Voy heads up 1v1. I'm curious to see how that matchup pans out.
And I'm pretty glad about this because the first, like, 6 games of Super Week were like, turrets down in 4 minutes, let's not watch any of the lane matchups. And we're like, now we got to see Mega Zero brawl Hotshot GG and hopefully Kiwi Kid fight up against Voyboy. This should be really exciting.
Of course, and we're just seeing the early jungle clears. Lizard buff openings for both of these guys, actually. St. Vicious, I think every time he actually burns Smite on his first camp. Just in watching the games, like one of the players was saying, is Saint gonna smite the first buff again? And he just seems to always do that. Scar up in mid against Nightjacker. We'll see how that pans out. Just direct one-on-ones here. And just, yeah, so far no great aggressions, just 2-on-2s, one-on-ones.
Yeah, well, the ganks have not been able to come out. The one thing, though, is Crumbs started with red buff, which means he's looking to probably get up to top lane to help out with the gank fairly early. And Saint started with red buff as well, which normally Crumbs will start red buff so he can meet Saint in the top lane, but the mind game has went back and forth, and they're both avoiding each other.
Yeah, so instead it's going to be Saint near the bottom half of the map. We'll see if that pans out. Early pink ward from Elements is going to give them complete brush control. You're seeing that Twitch and Tarek lane push to the turret. Cutie Pie and Patoy are forced back right now.
And this is really clever because Tarek was in the back brush the entire time. Since they pink warded the front brush, they know that St. Vicious could get into that bush completely undetected, and if Patoy makes any kind of aggressive play once he hits level 2, it would cost him his life.
All right, well, Saint is just right there at level 3. Cutie Pie half out. There's the stun. They're going to go in. The knockout. Oh, he cleanses and flashes away. A nice stun onto Saint's going to drop him a little low as well. Cutie Pie lives, but is low on health.
Burn, cleanse, and flash. However, there's still flash on Elements' Tarek, so that is now a dangerous lane for I'm a Cutie Pie, trying to give Twitch that early lead in the bot lane.
Oh, and meanwhile in the mid, Scar has taken a whole heck of a lot of punishment himself. Jackie's been really putting a lot of punishment towards him. Scar just chugging through potions right now to keep himself alive. Trying to shove that lane up. 21-17. Kiwi Kid shoving hard against Voyboy. Of course, he knew, seeing the jungler bottom, that he had a free reign to push this. And Crumbs is waiting for a counter gank if Curse chooses to tower dive. But it looks like they're not because Saint is just in his jungle.
Yeah, they were probably hoping that Elements would go in for a bad stun. And Crumbs usually has an amazing sense of where to counter gank. And you can tell he's just a little bit early on this one because St. Vicious is coming around now. Crumbs is going to remain in the area because he knows he's not going to remain in the area. I thought he knew there was going to be a threat in the bottom lane, but now I'm a Cutie Pie's in real trouble.
Yeah, that pink ward on the tri-brush means they're completely blind. The flash stun coming in from Elements, knock up, exhaust is there, no flash available for Cutie Pie, but a great exhaust onto Saint, not going to matter, he will pick up the kill. Cop even pulls turret aggro, first blood cleanly for Curse.
One gank burned the summoner, second gank got the kill. That was really good execution by Curse, and the sense from Crumbs was 20 seconds off kilter, right?
Yeah.
He was there, then he was gone when he needed to be there, and now he's back when he doesn't need to be there. So unfortunate for Dignitas, and a good set of plays by Curse.
And early pink ward's really making that one happen. You can see now Scar lower and lower on potions. Actually, they're going to find Elements, knocking him up into the air twice in a row, actually. A lot of damage there. Patoy getting dropped dangerously. Cop looking for more aggression. Pops Expunge, not quite going to be enough, it seems, but Crumbs, he's going to look for Elements, who is out of mana, finds that kill, so that is going to be a 1-for-1 overall, but quite a bit apart.
So that was really good for Crumbs. He stuck around and Elements went in for the aggressive stun. That's what he wanted him to do when Jarvan was there in the first place. So Crumbs got it, but that doesn't really help I'm a Cutie Pie whatsoever. Cop should still be able to bully him, and now it's going to be on Crumbs, like it was in Dignitas' first game where he went crazy on Vi to make something happen with that early kill on Xin.
Meanwhile, I want to point out this top lane matchup is actually going exceptionally for Kiwi Kid. 30 to 20 in minions. Now, some of that might be needly early landing phase and she'll spike up at 6, but Kiwi Kid certainly with an undeniable lead right now.
He started with a lot of mana potions, which is one of the ways that Kiwi Kid is able to keep that lane pressured so much. So Voyboy trying to withstand the pressure. We saw this with Mega Zero and Hotshot GG as well in the top lane, that Hotshot wasn't able to stay in that like Voyboy can, but we'll see if Voyboy comes back the same way.
All right, we'll see what ends up happening with these guys. The bottom lane here, Cop and Elements chilling out. He's going to freeze the lane himself, actually. Cop can have a free reign over these caster minions. He is in a happy place. Still the 2-on-2 down in his bottom lane. And the gold is equal, so despite the first blood coming in from Curse, we're seeing 7.6 to 7.8. Of course, you know, not much of a lead on either side. Jackie clears out mid. He's moving towards the bottom a little bit. Just looks like he's putting down a ward, but Saint, he's actually making his way into the jungle. He might have got spotted, though.
Yeah, they pinged him down. They recognize that he might be coming around for Patoy, and Patoy's going to ward against this one. He got the pink down, cleared it out, so they know St. Vicious is trapped there, and Curse is going to try to make some other plays.
Well, they are grouping up towards Dragon. Saint's going to walk right into that ward. He puts his own pink ward down. Who's going to kill it first? Oh, Dignitas with complete control. They sniffed it out. They kill the ward for free.
So, not the attempt that Curse wanted. That was a great pink ward counterplay. Really just pounded the ground in success. That was Patoy in the bottom lane, but they did manage to clear that out, and the gold's back to dead even.
Yeah, and meanwhile, Kiwi Kid, though, is having his way with Voyboy in the top lane. He stretched that gold lead now, or the minion kill lead, I should say, to almost double, 46 to 24. He's putting the hurt on that poor Needly quite a whole bunch. Crumb's going to look for Cop. There's the stun up in the air. So much damage. He's going to flash cleanse out, and he is stealth, but it only lasts 4 seconds. Nope, Cop's going to get out.
And he managed to save his cleanse as well, so that was a pretty aggressive gank by Dignitas. Patoy did burn his flash to get in on that one, so they'll need to refresh that gank on Cop if they want anything to happen.
Meanwhile, we're seeing Scar up in the mid lane here. Jackie, again, trying to pressure him down, but 63 to 60, pretty much these guys are equal. So again, we just kind of compare these lanes, and it's neck and neck on both sides, except for that top lane here. Now both guys back to the Lizard buffs as those have respawned. Saint a little bit slower on his own clear. We're watching Kiwi Kid up against Voy, who has come back to base again. Oh,
and Elements getting headbutted back a little bit, but the harassment will fall. And that top lane, Voyboy's now gotten the Chalice of Harmony, so hopefully he can spam heals a bit. But Jackie might steal this!
Oh, it's so close!
Oh my god.
A basic attack would have gotten. Of course, the Q doesn't reveal, so we didn't know how low he got it.
That was such a close attempt by Najaki. He made Scar panic a little bit too, but Najaki didn't throw in the E to combo because he was too low on mana.
All right, well, nice attempt, of course. Seeing Cutie Pie backed up against his turret, despite getting killed. 45 to 43 in minions is keeping it close. Jackie going to start his own golem buff here. This time, of course, he can see it. St. Vicious is there. And I'm going to make... Okay, Lizard buff could have stolen that, but good last hit.
And if we keep looking at that bottom lane, I'm a Cutie Pie, and a lot of AD carries today have done this double Doran's Blade strategy. They're really foregoing their early lifesteal because they get so much life on hit from the Doran's Blades, and they're making themselves pretty strong early game, especially when they fall behind to a first blood.
And we're seeing how that pans out. Of course, Crumb's waiting in from the bottom side here. He's looping around. The ward control not completely there. As Elements does spot that one, but he's going to get stunned into the air. A lot of damage up onto him. Down below half health. Twitch is going to fire back, but not do a whole lot. Venom Cast won't stop, and QT picks up the kill.
That was an awesome headbutt pulverized by Patoy. I think he was queuing those up as he got stunned. I'm not sure how he got the pulverize off, but he managed to do it. Elements just now having his flash come back up. So that is another death for him in the bottom lane. Crumbs keeping the pink ward control on bottom as well, making sure Cop stays off balance.
Yeah, this is a veritable battle of vision wards. I mean, over and over and over again, these wards have been going down. Kiwi Kid going for an all-in onto Void, a lot of punishment onto him. Void actually trapped on the wrong side of the base. Still more damage coming in from Kiwi, but Saint is there, spotted by a ward. Look at the damage output. Ignite! It's going to pick up the kill. Kiwi Kid one-on-one just crushes down Needly.
Void Boy, for some reason, did not expect Kiwi Kid's Ignite to be up in that juncture. I feel like he just walked into it, and Kiwi Kid just outplaying, tooling with Void Boy at this point. He was catching up in CS, but that play really just cost Void Boy for baiting in the St. Vicious gank.
Wow, what a great play by Kiwi. Of course, he got away from the Jarvan gank himself, so excellent play. And Skara actually waiting around on the top half of the map. He's going to find Saint with his escape just put down. Blue buff is there, ults in. Here's a bit of punishment, and actually forces Saint to flash away, but Skara is going to put a little bit more damage. He will back out this time, but a nice punishment there.
He's mainly just trying to punish St. Vicious for running up top lane. Steals a little bit of his jungle as well, and I wonder if they're going to try to punish Void Boy here when he comes back to lane. They are pinging, but Skara... Are they going to try to push down Void Boy's turret? I'm not sure.
I mean, they're putting a bit of damage here. Skara's certainly not leaving. They've sent Crumbs towards that mid lane to hold himself up, and there we go, the pressure on the turret. The Void forced to back out. Kiwi Kid happily tanking Javelins, but they don't have... No, there's a new wave. They are still pushing this turret down. Javelin's trying to kill them off. Void just try... Yeah, he's going to keep his turret alive. Not too much punishment done there.
This has been quite a performance by Kiwi Kid on Elise so far. They are keeping Void Boy hurt, but since Skara has committed himself to the top lane, Curse is getting the 4 people around the Dragon, so this looks like a Dragon Fort turret exchange.
It's a really, really nice move by Curse there. That is a great turn of events. Yep, turret will go down. You mentioned last game that outer turret for Dragon, that's about similar. So, looks like a bit of an equal trade, but 3-1 in kills, though, that is a definite lead for Dignitas.
The straight-up gold trade is 975 to 750. You get 975 for the Dragon, 750 for the turret. But the map control and the freedom it gives Kiwi Kid to roam around puts, I feel like, the advantage into the team that got the turret.
All right, and we can see, of course, even, you know, not even counting the map control advantage, a 1,500 gold lead for the team regardless. A lot of that, of course, from the champion kills, but a fair bit from the minions. It's going to be Nijaki clearing out that mid wave, trying to punish Skara for being back in base, but of course, he's going to pick up these kills himself anyway. Not too much lost here. He doesn't miss a single thing. When
we talk about St. Vicious always being in the right place at the right time, but Crumbs has the boots of mobility on Xin Zhao, and he's really going to be trying to be in the right place at the right time. He just wants to use those so he can always be set up for a counter gank of where St. Vicious goes. He tried it early on in the game and it didn't quite work, but that was the only kill the Curse has really performed this entire time. These guys have a great mental battle that they'll be going back and forth because Crumbs and St. Vicious are both exceptional junglers.
All right, and we'll see who ends up coming out ahead right now, both just with 1 kill, similar minion kills as well for themselves. This bottom lane, we keep revisiting it, and out of nowhere, really, QT and Patoy are just coming out ahead, up 20 minions in this lane, despite QT getting first blooded. Cop's never died, and yet is still down these 20. Crumbs, another pink ward.
This is kind of why they're getting ahead, right? Crumbs has been living down there, and he keeps bringing vision with him, so Cop can never get safe. I know St. Vicious ganked the lane twice at the start of the game, but he hasn't really been back there since, and Crumbs has been living down there, denying vision and making QT feel safe.
And it's worked so well, of course. We're seeing Cop take a bit of punishment, now forced to last hit at his turret. These guys are, of course, so good they shouldn't miss too much here. Skara looking to punish Void. He's got a ward in that brush. He tries to steal the Wraiths, won't quite get it. Good last hit there by Void. The minions just still go down. A BF sword, though, had been quickly picked up by QT on his last trip back to base. So he is well on his way toward items. And just like you called, he's skipping that Vampiric Scepter and just building out the damage off of Doran's Blades.
And I like it. He's not getting pressured enough in lane to force him. And the other thing is, like, skipping the Vampiric Scepter, since he did go double Doran's Blade, doesn't mean he lost all that much. He actually went 6% lifesteal with his Quints anyway. So he's really just the sustained battler. He doesn't need a Vamp Scepter.
And thinking actually way back when, I actually remember Cop being back in Season 2 at the IEM Grand Finals. Oh, actually a bunch of damage up onto Crumbs. He's going to knock him back.
He was a lifesteal guy.
Yeah, he was the first guy I ever saw run lifesteal on COG a year ago. Lifesteal Quints on COG, and was like, yeah, I'm just going to get huge and not have to buy any lifesteal. And a lot of people like suddenly just like jacked that build and started to use it during that tournament, and it's come full circle being run again here by QT. Jackie grabbing the blue buff.
Being an innovator can help you like once, and then if it's good enough, people are like, oh yeah, I'll do that too. And it's like, damn it, why'd I think of that sweet thing that I don't know how to counter?
Yeah. You know that guy who be like, hey guys, I made Platinum AP Tryndamere is kicking himself right now.
You can never do that again after tomorrow.
It's been nerfed. Way to share with everybody. Good job. All right, anyway, top lane here. Kiwi Kid again. Ooh, Scar actually bunch of punishment just up against Jackie. And the perfect shield from Jackie, too. Keeps him from taking any damage on counterattack. Scar seems to be getting pushed around a bit, though he's not losing a minion kills as a result. Yeah,
he's really farming out well, especially being a melee up against Lux. He's got enough power with that shield, and he's been farming well enough that he can now just pretty much tank through the stuff Jackie has been throwing at him, and they're safely just deciding to farm with each other. That is a very farm-heavy lane. I mean, 150 for Scar at 14 minutes, 50 seconds is a good tally for Diana.
Absolutely here, and of course, Cutie Pie also at a pretty high mark there, 123. Not quite to Scar's standard. Scar actually, he opened up with a stinger. Nashor's Tooth Diana, I have not seen.
It has been picking up steam in solo queue.
Okay.
Like, it actually has been. Some of them have been top lane Dianas that do this, but I have seen Scar do it a couple times just randomly. He combos it with other things. It's because Diana works well with cooldown reduction, and she actually does a lot of attack damage or damage on her third swing, so she just gets that faster with her passive. With no mana regen being added, well, with a cheaper cost of Nashor's Tooth with no mana regen on Fiendish Kodak anymore, the build-up is smoother, and here we go. We'll see if it works.
All right, we'll see. Vicious, of course, has shown up in this bottom lane, putting a lot of pressure to Cop. Realizes that the river ganks aren't working, so he tries for the lane one, says, hey, get off my teammates. Of course, Crumbs with another fresh vision ward has control right now. He's not spotted right now, but he would be there to counter engage if anything happened. The Cutie Pie just going to farm out there. Looks like nothing really going to happen here at this bottom lane. Crumbs just completely baby. This feels like CLG, where it's like, hey, want to be double lift? We're going to keep you alive, and everyone's going to focus on keeping you in the game.
They're really, really going to keep 80 carries. That's one of the big things that's happened the last 2 weeks is the amount of ganks that have been put on those 80 carry lanes, either to make sure you're just killing Twitch all the time or to really get your guy going. But in this game, again, it's happening.
Yeah, a lot of focus from these guys. Everyone's taking a page out of Smithy's book, really. They kind of just like Vulcan mind melded with them and grabbed all that information. But yes,
Vulcan went 3-0. How did they do that? Oh, we're just going to copy it.
Yeah! Being an innovator only works once or 3 times, I guess, as last week showed us. Kiwi Kid, though, still up in the top lane. He has taken that turret down, the only turret of the game for Dignitas. 16.5 minutes in, we saw an explosion of pressure at the beginning of the game. It's petered down a little bit. A lot of ward controls force these players to play a bit more defensively. 3-1, 60 minutes in, just a small 2,000 gold lead for Dignitas.
It's a small lead, but every lane is winning.
Yeah.
Kiwi Kid has been beating Voyboy and keeping him pressured even post-turret kill, which is quite an accomplishment with how legendary Voy has been playing lately. Mid lane, Skara, now 20 farm up on Jackie, and Skara's been the one who's been roaming around to make a few plays, not necessarily Jackie. And bottom lane, despite getting the first blood given up, I'm a Cutie Pie is working well. Crumb's also out farming St. Fitch's in the jungle, so Curse needs to make some plays as they go for a dragon.
All right, well, the pink wards are down from both sides, but no one from Dignitas really moving into this one. Crumbs actually is going to make the move forward. He's been stunned right there. The pulverize on back. Here comes the teleport as well. Who's it going to be from? Red team picks up Dragon. That is going to be Saint, but where's the kills going to come from? It is Saint going down. Now Cop is the center of attention. 2 more attacks to go. He's been revealed. 1 more. Oh, it's going to be Skara finding that one. They flashed over the wall as well. They stunned up Jackie. He's not in a good place. Will it be enough from Skara? Dashes them 1 more time.
Oh.
No, it's Kiwi Kid going to find it. He flashes in as well, and that is a huge swing of kills. 3 for nothing.
Even though St. Fitch's got the dragon, they doubled up with Jackie's ultimate plus St. Fitch's to go for it, and that kind of hurt them in the team fight because they were kind of out of stuff to do. The synergy between Skara and Kiwi Kid kind of just comboing through to make sure they're getting Jackie down. They're playing so crisply together, and this push might take the second turret.
They've got a heck of a lot of minions. They've even got spiderlings there to make that thing happen, and Curse, they're making their way down, but nah, this turret is falling way too fast. Dignitas picks that one up. 3 turrets. It was 1 a minute ago. Now it's 3. Crumbs trying to keep his bottom lane alive against Voyboy. He'll be able to do that pretty successfully, it seems. What a great opener there for Dignitas.
Could we see Curse's first loss of the LCS season? The last team in either region to still be undefeated, and they're in danger of losing this one here. But St. Fitch is trying to come on strong, has no follow-up for his flag toss, and looks like they're going to disengage a bit.
All right, but Voy just still... It's just like the Needly mantra. Hey guys, I'm Needly. I'm going to split push a side lane. I dare you to gank me. Of course you can't. Nice turret picked up. That is the first one for Curse here, putting themselves on the map there, 19 minutes in. And yeah, we talked about, hey, 1-on-1 lanes versus 2-on-1 lanes. Normally, 3 minutes in, this is like a normal turret score at 3 minutes if it's like TSM versus CLG. But here in this one, it's like, no, hold on, we're going to play standard lanes. It'll be kills over turrets.
And look, Kiwi Kid might be in a bit of trouble. Cop snuck up on him. Here comes Elements.
Oh, man, it's a 2-on-1. But look at the burst on the Cop. Dropped him so dangerously low. But it was a bait. Look at the counterattack there. Everyone's showing up. Unfortunately, Elements stole the kill.
Kiwi Kid put enough threat onto Cop that everyone was like, oh crap, we better kill him immediately. That was a huge amount of burst. He's hit that kind of magic pen threshold on Elise where the base damages are carrying him through so much, and since Cop has no magic resist, it just all seemed to kill him right away. But Curse doesn't go down easy. That's why they're undefeated, and they're trying to make some counterplays here.
And that's really wise of them, of course. They're against an assassin-heavy team here. In a team fight, when you're against basically what looks like 3 assassins, Elise, Xin Zhao, Diana, how do you fight against that?
They're kind of assassin bruisers. Like they burst down a lot of damage, but they were not easy to kill. I think Cop has to stay in the back. They have to shield him very well with Nyjack, and they have to kind of make them walk in and through Lux if they want to pull off something special. It could very well work for them, but in the meantime, I think it's all about split pushing with Voyboy, who is starting to get some ability power, stalling out the game, and trying to find ways to make more plays like they just did, killing Kiwi Kid, and especially getting Cop some threat in the game.
All right, we'll see if that threat happens to stack up here. He's getting himself closer to Infinity Edge. He actually picked up a longsword like early on, and then just was like, actually, leave that there. I'll just go eye edge. We'll just have the 10 attack damage. No big deal there. Kiwi Kid just right back to that top lane. Voyboy, we saw him again split pushing at the bottom. Happy to do that. Crumbs really making his presence known. Shows up in the top as well. But he's not going to find any ganks for himself. Scar also making his way up there. I mean, Dignitas are really trying to put the pressure on this map.
And they're doing a good job of it. Ever since their winning streak started, they've been able to close in, and having Scar on Diana is such a boon for their strategy. He really is fearless diving in because he has the confidence in the rest of his team to follow it up.
Of course, you're seeing just Curse forced to defend with their Elements sitting in that brush for a long time, waiting for a dive that never quite came. Dignitas moves themselves back toward the mid. You saw Scar take up a bunch of farm, and now Cutie Pie is in the wonderful situation of, hey, there's 2 waves and I'm Kog'Maw, and no one's here to stop me. Gold.
Nom nom nom. He's just eating up all the monies. 186 minion kills for him. He is quite far ahead of Cop, 7,200 to 5,800. So what looked like was going to be a struggling lane after the first blood, Dignitas salvaged so well. Oh,
absolutely, man. And you're just seeing them build up a 3,500 gold lead. They're pushing themselves forward. Yeah, they are looking to be the team that could end. Ooh, forcing the flash away from Elements. He got caught out a little bit too much by Kiwi Kid and Crumbs. So, yeah, that pressure, they're finding these incremental small advantages. But, oh, they're going to jump in on Ascara. And will they go for more damage? Looks like not quite, actually. They are afraid. Look at the punishment. Again, a flash forced away from St. Vicious. Dignitas are fearsome.
They have Curse on their back foot. Voyboy trying desperately to split push this bottom lane, but this could be a window for Dignitas to take something big. But they're playing it safe. They're playing it a little slow, and Scar is going to push that bottom lane, not letting Voy get any free turrets.
No, not at all. Of course, Voy forced to recall. They're realizing that no one is visible on the map. Scar's going to be the one to soak up the farm this time around. Cutie Pie, I mean, they have so much presence. They're leaving an unprotected Kog'Maw with no turrets around him, a little bit of ward coverage, and he's like, yeah, I know I'm completely safe here and no one can touch me. I mean, you said that Cutie Pie said, yeah, no one's going to take my turrets. It's not going to happen. I'll do what I want. And it's true. He has never lost a turret under his watch.
He is doing what he wants. I think it's just because his team's backing him up.
Oh, yeah.
Like, these guys are so much about protecting Cutie Pie and just making sure his game is a success. The amount of pink wards that Crumbs specifically went bottom lane just to place to allow Cutie Pie to farm shows how much they value him being stronger than Cop right now, but he's getting a little aggro here, gets the stun.
Yeah, big duel. Kiwi Kid comes in from the side as well. Where's the damage going to come from? Who's it going to go onto? Elements taking a bunch of pain, forced to heal himself. Saint and Crumbs are there. They're going to go in onto Saint, actually. That Jarvan taking a bit of punishment, knocked into the air. He's going to Demalcy a dunk on a Cutie Pie. Where's it going to come from next? We've got an Elise up in the air. Kiwi Kid's going to pick up the kill on Saint as Cutie Pie survives. Now Voy is stuck alone, has to flash over the wall, but Ignite picks up the kill. A double kill now for Kiwi Kid, and Dignitas looks like they're not quite done yet. Minion's going to go down.
That fight was close. Voyboy teleported in, but then his spear hit a minion and they focused him down immediately. So that teleport was essentially wasted because, hello, Scar is pushing the lane Voy just teleported away from, as well as a 2-for-0 for Dig.
Wow, so that is now 5 turrets to 1. 8 kills to 2. They might even be undefeated on Dragons, and now they're even starting up on the Baron buff, and a like 0 health PewDiePie just barely life-stealing up now.
Yeah, last week Dignitas actually had more Dragons every game than any other team in the North American LCS, so their objective control is really fierce. The Oracles on Patoy means they were kind of planning for this. They got to be careful, though. Lux steals better than anyone, and they might go for it. It's in range of being stolen.
All right, let's see what they can go for. The ER comes out. Blue team gets it. That is going to be Crumbs.
Oh.
It was close, but... whew. I mean, Saint said, like, I don't have the reflexes of these younger players. Crumbs certainly seems to have it, though. But they're going to find Elements. Look at the burst damage onto him. Just all the knockups. He's going to fall right on over. So he doesn't even want the ward kill. Screw it. Just go back to the mid lane. Baron is theirs. Everyone's wearing that buff. Dignitas are looking amazing right now.
That was so dangerous for Dignitas, what they just did there. I thought for sure that laser was taking it, but I'd want to watch that in like 1/100th speed to realize whether the smite came before or after the Lux binding, whether that was like super dangerous or not. But they got it, and now they're going for a dragon, which gives them a stranglehold on the game Freak.
And they've almost stretched the gold lead to 10,000. You're seeing 41k to 33. I guess that's 8,000, which is almost 10. I guess that was close enough. Saint pushing out the bottom lane himself, trying to catch up and farm. He is tied up here with Crumbs. I mean, this looks a bit similar to the last game we saw, but faster paced, basically.
Yeah, I feel like Dignitas might take them out here. It's going to be a lot for Curse to come back, because look at Kiwi Kid just wooing Voyboy. He's got to run away.
Apparently that's the sound Elise makes when she kills things. Woo! Voyboy is going to get away. Blue Elixir on him. He's going to survive. However, again, this is a long-ranged Curse team. They'll see if they can hold it up for themselves. Fortunately, Blue buff stolen away. Jackie tosses an E to his demise that is gone. Demise? What the word for he's sad? Whatever.
Despair.
Thank you. Anyway.
We're getting better at this.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, at least it's a real word this time we came up with. Strategize, not so much. Dignitas 9-2 up on Curse, 25.5 minutes in. Kiwi Kid pushing the top lane. Shockingly, Kiwi Kid is pushing the top lane. I wouldn't have expected it from him, but he's done it.
He took crazy control of that lane over Voyboy. This is the worst loss Voyboy's had in a lane this season, probably in about the last 6 months. Kiwi Kid's really doing a great job. I cannot give him enough props. He's always smiling. Even if he was losing the lane, he'd be like, yeah, that was a fun one. I'm going to do better next time. But he's got good reason to be smiling right now.
All right, there we go. Patoy and QtPie making their way up top. QtPie using his ultimate to check rushes as he makes his way up. Of course, all of Dignitas in complete control. We've said it again and again, but it's still true. This turret's going to be completely theirs. That is the 6th one they've picked up now, 26 minutes in. And they are just the team with the pressure. Voyboy just recalled back from the bottom lane. QtPie taking a little bit of poke there from Lux. But Skara is just clearing these waves out, crushing 300 minions this second there, and that is a very significant margin of farm. I think it's the highest we've seen so far in LCS even, by this time.
In which one? The 300 CS by Skara? That is good. Like, I was going to mention earlier how Froggen's like 300 CS by 22.5 minutes is never going to be broken. Skara came pretty close. Like 300 CS by 26 is definitely the fastest 300 we've seen in LCS.
Yeah, I mean, you know, we see mid laners take rates less than they did in Season 2, but I think Skara's been doing that a bit for himself here. Lightbinding comes out.
He has.
Yeah, exactly. So Crumb's there at the bottom lane. You just see the damage on the turret, and the thing is, because he went Nature's Tooth, Scar's actually a really fast turret pusher. The passive hits turrets, so he's crushing those things out pretty hard. Elements warding over the wall, trying to spot for any pushes. I don't know if there's an Oracle, so I think it might be on Patoy. I can't quite see him under the scoreboard.
Oh my god, look at the damage on Cop.
Yeah, they just poked him in like 2-3 basic attacks, forced him away completely. This is not a good place here. Dignitas just pushing in on the turret. They're going to let Crumbs tank that. Take some punishment. They don't care too terribly much. Baron buff and Alice runs some sustain.
Something I'm and QtPie is really good at when he builds static Shiv is making sure his first hit hits an 80 carry, but oh my god!
Oh wow, Voyboy getting soloed out on the turret, only worth 180 gold because of his death streak here. And they're just still going to push on forward. That turret has gone down. Up at the top lane, St. Vicious Q's air, but they find Kiwi Kid. Can they put out enough damage onto him? Looks like that's not going to be the case. Of course, that bottom lane still getting pushed out. Inhibitor about to fall down. Cop putting on some damage as Twitch, but not nearly enough to stop Dignitas. And they are now starting to wreck Curse's base.
Something I'm and QtPie does very well on Kog'Maw is he'll get his full static shift proc and then use that first one to harass on an 80 carry. It's how they pushed them back in their last victory, and this time they're looking to clean up their second inhibitor. Last-ditch fight.
A lot of ults going on right there. A bunch of Pain Saints in front. They're going to focus him. He flashes out. They found Jackie now instead. The punishment is there, and they're still moving forward. Elements now in front. He's going to fall down. Kiwi Kid picking up his 6th kill of the game. Second inhibitor about to drop down. Where will they go for next?
they've got the 2 inhibitors. They can go home. Like, they know they can come back for the 3rd time anytime they want to get it. They have so much gold right now. Everyone's sitting on 4 digits right now. There's 2,500 gold on Scar, but they might just continue this one. They know they have 2 deaths. They're probably going for inhibitor number 3.
Yeah, Baron buff is, of course, off of them, has been for the last minute or so. Baron respawning in 2. Crumbs happily backdooring this turret. He is a tanky man there. This turret, it might be all theirs. A bit of pain coming back onto them, but they've got to be a little bit careful. Floor with a javelin. Not too much damage out. Looks like Curse just going to have to lose most of their turrets and try to hold on.
Getting the turret was smart. Not going for the 3rd inhibitor was actually even smarter because everyone in Curse was up. Dignitas essentially has this one in the bag if they just play it smart. Everyone's going to go back, spend their just sacks full of gold, get extremely powerful. They got the Runic Bulwark, Ryla's Crystal Scepter, Death Caps. I mean, Cutie Pie is probably going to build something silly.
7 Lich Banes.
Yeah. Pickaxe, he did a smart thing, and they're just going for it. They're just going to go for the end pretty soon here.
All right, it's looking good for them. Voyboy left to try to farm this bottom lane, cresting about 200 minions himself. St. Vicious, 120, just trying to get the items. You can just kind of look across the board left to right. The items are just more numerous and bigger on Dignitas' side, every one of them beating their counterpart.
So the siege by Dignitas was really good. They're getting really good at just kind of split pushing into a base and just getting the one pick at the right moment. There's like Kiwi Kid was 2v1ing up top and oh no, Saint.
Oh, knocked into the air once and twice. Just so much punishment. Skara comes in to steal the kill at the last second. Good job, Skara. A little bit more gold for yourself. 5-0 and 3. And you know, I want to point out, Potoy has a perfect support score. 0 kills, 0 deaths, and some assists. That KDI going up.
Well, he's already got the highest KDA in the LCS, so it's just going to get higher and higher. Inhibitor number 3, if they waited for the super minions to come, they could probably do that. But because they know St. Vicious is down, they're going to be doing the slow poke / all-in dive at these last 2 turrets. And this could be a pretty crazy fight, but Dignitas in full control right now.
They are. The ult laser comes out from Lux, dropping out some of these minions, but still, Dignitas looking to push these turrets down, splitting their focus between the 2, actually. Void comes in with home guard boots, those rocket boots, putting him in a little bit faster. Cutie Pie takes a Q. That didn't even seem to hurt him very much. Runic Bulwark plus the Negatron Cloak really taking those javelins well. There's a turret going down. There's a javelin that hurt him quite a bit. Cutie Pie walking back out. Of course, Baron is respawning in 10 seconds. The Dignitas are all in sync going back for it.
So when you kill all 3 inhibitors, there's a double super minion spawns that come up in the lane. And those super minions have 3,500 health each, so that's like 21,000 health that they have to clear out of their base. So Dignitas is actually going back to clear the Baron because they think Curse needs to send like their whole team to defend that, but Curse is actually coming in for a steal. They're not going to get it, and their base is going to be struggling. This is bad.
Oh, they get the initiation. 2 knockups there. St. Vicious not in a happy place. He's going to be pregnant from those knockups, and now moving on, Nijaki and Void trying to run away, but Toy won't catch them.
But the minions are going to catch up to them. I mean, Cop is trying his best to keep all these minions back, but now that St. Vicious is down once again, and this time Dignitas has the added attack damage, ability power, health and mana regen from the Baron buff, this will probably be the final battle.
Well, they've got pretty much everything they could possibly have in their favor. Gold, items, minions, and turrets, and the Baron buff. And here it goes, Dignitas looking to end Curse's undefeated streak. The turret goes down. They're on toward the Nexus. Does Curse have anything to stop them? They're just going to stay in the fountain. That is going to be GG. Dignitas are going to win the kill. Hit it. There we go. They kill the Nexus, and Dignitas